Good morning, everyone. I am Shanja Hussain. How are you all? I hope everybody is fine. Today, I am presenting a topic cardiovascular system. I have already put up a video, but that is, you can say, rehearsal video. So I will take it down sometimes, but it's not important now. Let's continue with our cardiovascular system. So, cardiovascular system, what is cardiovascular system? Firstly, it is also known as cardiovascular system is also known as circulatory system. As you can see here, it is also known as circulatory system. I have already written here. So now it consists of heart and blood vessels. Blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. So this is about this. Now I have put a figure heart anatomy. Actually, I have not put it in a very big or bigger view because it's not needed here. So it's not needed here, that's why I didn't put it in a bigger view. At least you should know the anatomy of heart. So let's go to the next slide. Now we come at functions of heart. We have many things here. As you can see, sorry, there is a problem with slides. So we come at functions of cardiovascular system. Firstly, distribution of oxygen in the body, collection of carbon dioxide from tissues and taking it to the lungs. Also, metabolic wastes are transported. Thermoregulation means temperature regulation. Then it is a part of immune system. Then all the water and electrolytes are also distributed through this circulatory system of veins, artery, capillary, and heart. Now we come at blood vessels. As you can see in the diagram, they're blood vessels. Firstly, it is artery. As you can see in the diagram, arteries are shown in red color. Arteries, and they are at the smallest part, they are known as arterioles. They carry blood away from the heart, and they are part of both systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation. It is already given in the diagram. The next one is vein. They carry blood from other parts of the body to the heart. मतलब ये लोग जो है इधर से उधर लाते हैं, उधर से इधर लाते हैं, बस यही काम है. एट द शॉर्टेस्ट मतलब सबसे पतली जो वेन होगी, लाइक द लोएस्ट वेन इज कॉल्ड वेन्यूल. This is also a part of systemic circulation and pulmonary circulation, as you can see in the diagram. Now capillaries, they exchange nutrients and gases take place. So capillaries are very small, as you can see in blue and red, also very small as compared to arteries and veins. The next one is structure of arteries and veins. Now you can see in the first diagram, although it's not visible so much. But as you can see, there is a, in the first diagram in red color, second diagram in red color it is artery, and in blue color it is vein. So red color we have a smooth muscle outer layer, then elastic fiber, then inner layer, then the blood goes through that. So that is artery. And the biggest difference in artery and vein is vein has valve inside. So outer layer, then smooth muscle, then inner layer, then we have a valve. Here also you can see in the first diagram structure, we have in artery there is a very small internal one, then medium one is thicker, and the outer one is also smaller. In veins the inner one is smaller, medium one is also smaller, not thick, and outer one is also not thick. So tunica intima is internal layer, tunica media is middle layer, and tunica externa is external layer. So that was all about structure of arteries and veins. Now we come to heart. It is a cardiac muscle tissue. Cardiac itself means heart. It is of the size of closed fist. Female have 250 to 300 grams of heart, and males have 300 to 350 grams weight of heart. Located in thoracic cavity, vertebra T5 to T7, and it is also known as pumping machine. We all know that. Now I didn't have any photos for this one. So walls of heart are epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. So epicardium is the outer layer, myocardium is thickest layer, and endocardium is inner layer. But myocardium is very thick and strongest layer. Pericardium is a sac in which the heart is present. It is a loose sac. So उसका कोई diagram नहीं था. We didn't have any diagram, so I didn't find any diagrams like that on only heart external internal. So I put this diagram, a cartoonish diagram. I hope everyone can understand this diagram. So now next is, after the walls of heart we come to the chambers of heart. There are four chambers: right atrium or RA, left atrium or LA, right ventricle RV, left ventricle LV, as you can see in the diagram. So I hope the diagram is clear, and the location of these chambers are very important to remember. Next, we have valves of heart. There are two types of valves. One is semilunar valve, another is atrioventricular valve. So, in semilunar valve, there are also two types: aorta and pulmonary. Then, tricuspid and bicuspid. These are four types of valves. So, here, as you can see, though the valves are not visible so clearly, you can see the walls in the last one. I hope the last one. Okay, let's continue. We have conduction system of heart. SA node is sinoatrial node, AV node is atrioventricular node. Now then, there is a bundle of his and bundle branches, then Purkinje fibers. Now we I have not made it very detailed topic because it is not needed. As you can see, it is definitely not needed here. So I have not put anything about that. So in walls of heart, you can see, as you can see, left atrium, right in all the ventricles you can see, and the vena cava you can see here. In the chambers of heart, you can all see the chambers completely. Here you can easily see the valves: tricuspid valves, bicuspid valve, mitral valve is bicuspid valve, and Then we have pulmonary valve and aortic valve, aortic semilunar valve, or you can say aortic valve. So here you can see all the valves of the heart. Then we have the conduction system. In conduction system we have five, at least five things, and I have shown this diagram, very important diagram, because it shows the pathway of blood through heart, how the blood flows through heart. So from first is superior vena cava from upper body. Now next it goes to the second it second is, you can see already that it is in first you can see from superior vena cava from the upper body and inferior vena cava from the lower body. Both come in the first one. Then second it comes through the pulmonary valve in the third part is right ventricle. So here the blood is coming from all the parts of the body into the ventricles. Next it goes to the fourth one. Now here in the fourth one it is the aortic valve, and it is there it goes into the what you can say into the left pulmonary artery to the left lung. So this is the part of pulmonary circulation. Okay. Next, now from the pulmonary veins, from left lung it comes back to the heart from the sixth part. So that was the pulmonary circulation. Now seventh one is a left AV valve, AV atrioventricular valve, or mitral valve, you can say it is a bicuspid valve. Okay, so it comes in the left ventricle at the eighth position. Next we have it in the ninth position, as you can see, eighth position. From left ventricle it goes to the ninth position, and what valve is here? That is aortic valve. So aortic valve we have ninth position. Then the 10th position it is aorta, and aorta takes it to the body. So if you cannot understand it now, I will repeat it for you all. You can see in the diagram, first one is from superior and inferior vena cava. It comes in the right atrium. Next we have second one that goes from the right AV valve, that is tricuspid valve, to the right ventricle. Next it goes to the left pulmonary artery from the pulmonary valve. Next it goes in the pulmonary circulation. Now from the pulmonary circulation, oxygenated blood comes back on the sixth position from left pulmonary veins, and it comes back from the sixth position and into the left atrium. Next we have the bicuspid or mitral valve or left AV valve, seventh position, where it comes back into the left ventricle, eighth position. Next it goes up in the aortic valve, through the aortic valve in the ninth position, and it comes to out in aorta on the 10th position, and it goes into the systemic circulation. So I hope you know about the pulmonary and systemic circulation. If you don't know, then I will put slides or something about pulmonary and systemic, the differences, because in this topic pulmonary and systemic circulation are not very needed, because already all the things I have covered. So all the walls of the heart, chambers of the heart, epicardium, pericardium, then the conduction system, And now the pathway of blood. So according to this, the blood is now in systemic circulation. Next we have, now so much, there is so much working in the heart. So what do you think? There won't be any sounds. There are sounds. So that is S1, S2, S3, S4. These are four phases of sounds. One S1 is lub and S2 is dub. लब एंड डब आवाज़ आती है, एंड उसके बाद S3 and S4 are very faint sounds. So S1 and S2, those are sounds, they are mostly, you can say, systole and diastole type of sound. I have not put a great diagram because it is not needed here. So that was heart sounds. Now there are many cycles. There are cardiac cycles, then there are stages, then there is systole, and there is diastole. So in the diagram you can understand all the vena cavas. You can see in blue there are vena cavas, and in red there is aorta. So you can also see the left atrium and valves and all the aortic circulation, veins and arteries. Next is phases of cardiac cycle. There are four phases I knew, but here it is written: atrial systole begins, then ventricular systole begins, then there is first phase, then there is second phase, then there is early phase of diastole, then there is later phase of entry phase of diastole, then there is ventricular diastole. So this is what we have known: atrial diastole, then ventricular diastole, then atrial systole, then atrial diastole. So this is the phases of cardiac cycle. And here you, in the diagram, you can also see the P wave, QRS complex, then T wave. So that was all about phases of cycles. Next one we have is how to measure. Apart from BP instrument, what is the name of BP instrument? We know that BP instrument is named sphygmomanometer, and I have not included it because it is very common. We all know the BP machine, about the BP machine. What we don't know is about the electrocardiogram or ECG, and we don't want to know even. So there we have PQR complex or QRS complex. Sorry, I have written PQR. So there is ST complex, ST wave, then there is PR interval wave. So here in the graph, it is already written atrial depolarization. We have PR wave or P wave, P intervals. Next we have ventricular depolarization, where QRS duration is noted. Next we have ventricular repolarization, where ST is noted. So all these interval and durations are very important to know the electrocardiogram. Next we have so P wave, QRS complex, then T wave. So that is what we use to detect any diseases, any problems, or any you can say any problems, if any problem occur in the heart. Next we have disorders. Then what are the disorders of heart? There is arrhythmia, that is irregular heartbeats. Angina pectoris, it is a very different topic. Deep vein thrombosis. Arteriosclerosis is plaque formation. Myocardial infarction is a blockage of arteries and heart attack. Congestive heart failure is almost the last stage. Hypertension is the very common disease. So how can you manage that? You can manage that through lifestyle modification, diet control, low fat food consumption, regular monitoring of BP, proper medication therapy, follow up, checkups, effective treatment. So if you take follow up and checkup, there is a possibility of the treatment getting effective, because disorders of heart are very difficult to treat and more difficult to detect. E- in this So that was all from my side. I hope everyone is happy and be safe and fine. Thank you. Meet you next time in another video.